Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kitsune Readings, where your questions find answers.
Hello everyone, Ryu here. Today we're going to talk about MegaMan the Wily Wars. This came out in 1994, and in America was exclusive to the Sega Channel. It did have an official physical release, but only in Japan. One was planned for America, but never released. So in the Western countries, America and Europe, we never got the physical release of the Wily Wars. This was similar to Super Mario All-Stars, the 16-bit remakes of the Mario games for the Super Nintendo, but for the Sega Genesis and with a remix of the Mega Man games, which also have upgraded music and stuff made with the Sega sound chip. Now, for those of you wondering what I'm talking about, the redone soundtracks were using the Genesis YM2612 sound chip. And it's said that many people love the fresh Genesis sounds and arranged music. It's very faithful gameplay-wise to the originals. When you beat all three of the games, you get an exclusive thing to the Wily Wars, which is Wily Tower. And you get to fight against the Genesis unit. And bosses themed around Journey to the West. There's 3 new ones. Buster Rod G, Hyperstorm H, and Mega Water S, right? Or those are the weapons you get for them. But anyway. This came out in Japan in 1994. It was exclusive to the Sega Channel download service late 94, early 95. No official cartridge release at the time for America, though it was planned. There is custom physical re-release by Retrobit, which came out in 2021. It's actually really cool. It's also on the Sega Genesis Mini that came out. Now, the Sega Channel came out in the mid-90s. And it was a pioneer of digital game delivery, you know, before Xbox and PlayStation did it. It had subscription-based content, so what you would do is you would go to like Time Warner Cable, TCI, or whatever your company was, and you would get Genesis games directly to your Genesis console, but over cable TV lines. You know, through cable TV, not through the dial-up phone internet that we had then. This is playable on the Sega Genesis app on the Nintendo Switch, by the way, which is how we're playing it right now. And how this worked was you would subscribe to it, and you'd get a special adapter cartridge that plugged into the Sega Genesis console, and you'd connect it to your cable box with a coaxial cable, right? So you wouldn't need a phone line or a modem. There was a modem for playing games online, actually, through dial-up, or through a modem-like device. This was called the X-Band, but that'll require a separate video. Most people just used it to play Street Fighter. Now, its peak popularity, Sega Channel had over 250,000 subscribers, which was pretty big for the mid-90s, right? It officially shut down July 31st, 1998. It didn't work porting it to the PC. And this was because they were preparing to release the Sega Saturn, the next generation of console after the Genesis. There was a 32-bit console planned, but it was called the Neptune, right? That's where Neptune from the Hyperdimension Neptunia games comes in. She's based on a failed console that never released called the Sega Neptune. Anyway, that was cancelled. We got the 32X, which was originally meant to just be a standalone 32-bit console called the Neptune. Lots of gaming history there. Now, with the release of the Sega Saturn coming out, the Sega Channel was canceled. The Sega Channel was actually really interesting. It cost around $15 a month, plus possible activation and setup fees. And the games were on rotation, so there was access to 20 to 25 games at a time. They got refreshed monthly. Nintendo also had their own variation of this for the Super Nintendo, and it was called Satellaview, I think. But that was only released in Japan. It was definitely ahead of its time for what it was. You also got games exclusive to it that were never released physically in North America, or could be very rare elsewhere. These games would be Pulseman, Alien Soldier, Golden Axe 3, Garfield Caught in the Act, The Lost Levels, and of course, the game we're playing right now, MegaMan the Wily Wars. It's viewed as a bold experiment in digital gaming today, and was pretty futuristic for 1994. So, this game came out in 1994. How interesting is that? But, even better, they are 16-bit remakes of the Mega Man games. I love Mega Man. There's an option mode. Right, shot, jump, window, music, sound. So there's not a lot to the options mode here. There we go. Let's see now. You can see I've already beaten some of the bosses here. Now you get Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. You see how cool this looks. Versus its 8-bit counterparts. Which I could probably show you on the NES app, actually. But, this is really cool. And of course you have your different weapons, like the bomb. Try electric attack. And we have Cutman's weapon. Flame Man's weapon. This. And just regular Mega Man. I should probably start a new game to show you what the boss fights look like. This game is probably one of the coolest things I've ever had the chance to play. I love the music to Mega Man. I've always managed to beat Woodman really easily. Ooh. Oh, dead. I messed that up. Alright, here we go. Yeah, 1 up. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. And fighting this guy takes forever. There we go. Whoa. And since we can hit him from here, we can just sort of cheese this part. Mega Man music kicks ass. Now we can just keep refilling our life bar by doing this. Yeah. Just keep doing this till you have full health. Old Mega Man trick. Oh yeah, 1-up. There we go. There we go. And we still have full health. Getting through the stages is kind of a pain in the ass. Just jump over this guy and get out of here. Same here. Oop. Done. Roadrunner robots. And boss. It's actually a pretty easy boss to fight. You just want to jump over his leaf shield. You gotta jump high enough to get over the leaf shield. In fact, we'll create a suspend point right here just in case. Now, back before you had that sort of thing, this was obviously much harder. The problem is I'm trying to jump over the leaf shield, when I should just jump in the air and avoid it altogether. I'm not jumping high enough to avoid the leaf shield, unfortunately. we go. Good thing we had a suspend point, right? I could fail beating this guy an infinite number of times. Ouch. Trying to avoid the leaf shield and the falling leaves is sucky. Man, that save state is like having infinite lives. It's just like having a game genie. I think I've mastered this. Whoops, not that time. Aw, that was horrible. We can totally beat this guy. Oh, that was horrible. Getting closer. It's just a matter of pattern recognition and repetition. Ah. My timing was off. Timing was another key point of beating old school bosses like this. So it's best to run underneath him when he jumps. You just have to be quick. And the holes to escape the leaves get smaller too. gonna spend the whole, like, video trying to beat Woodman. You want to try to jump over the leaf shield right before it hits you. Like that. Aw, crap. When he gets really close to you, the leaf shield obviously is hard to avoid. Now we'll super cheat. Every time we avoid the leaf shield, we'll immediately save. We'll save scum this. Their power-up poses are kind of funny too. There we go. This is how you win. Save scumming. Alright, see, now you just do this. Glorious. almost beat him. See, without save scumming, it would almost be impossible. Whoops, wrong button. Yeah! That's how you beat a boss. Save scumming. If it weren't for save scumming, I'd fail as a gamer. Now we get this cool animation where he gets his helmet. I mean, his color. Now he can be green and he has leaf shield. Awesome. And we saved. I don't remember which of these has a energy tank and level. And I'll show you what MegaMan 3 looks like. I really do love the 16-bit upgrades. Now, until you like go forward, the leaf shield will just stay around you, which is pretty cool. It definitely helps you get through the Windman stage, or the Airman stage, I should say, because you can do this. Yeah. They look kind of like jalapenos circling him, which is pretty funny. Oh, I got wrecked. Now we'll look at MegaMan 3. I think Dustman is usually the first boss I always beat in MegaMan 3. No, Dustman is not in MegaMan 3. That's like MegaMan 6, I think. I think the 16-bit upgrades to this game look amazing. This is worth playing, particularly if you're a fan of Mega Man games. Spark Man, Snake Man, Heart Man, Top Man, Magnet Man. I think Hard Man was the boss I beat first. I don't really remember. Oh yeah, we have our Mega Slide in this one. Now Mega Man doesn't have his Mega Buster charging ability in this one. That didn't come until Mega Man 4. Ah, I see. Alright. Well, we can't get up there until we have our Rush Dog, so... we'll have to play a different stage. I like that Capcom noise that comes in the beginning. It's very nostalgic. Now, the Mega Man collection, you can play all of these actually. The Mega Man Legacy collection. But I think this is really unique to see. This game is very expensive to buy in physical cartridge form too. A giant Robocat and the yarn balls surprised me. I forgot about that part. Some of these jumps were legendarily difficult. Oh, buddy, I hated this part. Ugh, and that would be why. Alright, one up. Ugh. I'm gonna save right at that part. Just so we don't get set back. There goes our free one up that we had. Whoops, wrong button. I didn't mean to do that. Ah, that sucked. Try a different stage for Mega Man 3. I hit the wrong button. Mega Man also had a cartoon series, by the way. Still a very fun game. The updated backgrounds and graphics are pretty amazing. They did a good job on this, even though I appear to be terrible at playing Mega Man. The slide mechanic is really nice. Oh, whoops. That sucked. That would be the reason why you save Scum. So you don't get sent back so far. What is the most perfect way to get through a game? Easy. Save scumming. Remember, save scumming will end a lot of your suffering when you're struggling with different difficult parts of a video game. Perfect. Alright, here we go. This is where you create a suspend point for save scumming. Yeah, look at that, we got to the boss. Now what did we learn? Save scum. I'm not even really trying here, I should do better. Alright. This time for real. Nah, I'm kidding. Anyway, the game is really cool. I like Mega Man. Save Scum. Remember, save scumming is your friend. Looks like we're not going to be able to avoid that hit, even with save scumming. Alright, we got him stuck. Perfect. Whoa. Yeah, that's how you do it. Save scumming for the win. And we got the spark weapon. Awesome. Now you would get upgrades with your dog rush as you go through the game. I like the dramatic pose. We got Spark Shock. Awesome. We'll save over file 1. And we'll check out our new weapon that we just got. Wait a minute. We're supposed to have our spark weapon. Unless I screwed up and we accidentally loaded the game instead. That would suck. Ah, yes, we can also hold down the buttons to rewind. Oh, next, okay. There's our rush coil. So we do have our rush dog. I knew that. Spark stun enemies, nice. Now you have to have your weapon selected. In order to use it. But anyway, this is the Mega Man Wily Wars. Great game. I hope you like seeing it as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you. Gotta remember to be selected on something before we exit the pause menu. If I've done anything, I've shown you that I fail at playing Mega Man. But anyway, these games are awesome. They're wonderful for the time they came out and released. Mega Man has always been an excellent game series, and I would recommend trying it out, particularly if you haven't played Mega Man before. These games are awesome and definitely worth your time. Thanks for listening, everyone. I love you all. You can and you will achieve your dreams, my friends, and I will see you all again very soon. Have a great day.